Hello all, welcome to the NBReason session. Today we would be discussing 4 topics. The topics are as listed. Let us move on to the first topic. The first topic relates to Haryana government's private sector reservation law. So this is the news as the Haryana government has decided to reserve 75% of the jobs in the private sector for local residents, and this would be effective from 15th of January next year. So the provisions of law include it provides for 75% reservation in private sector jobs to those having a domicile certificate. This would be applicable for a period of 10 years and for firms which are employing 10 or more employees. Further, the jobs with a gross monthly salary of not greater than 30,000 would be up for hiring from local residents. But there have been concerns raised about this law as it would lead to a mass exodus of domestic and international investors, and that too especially in the IT and automotive sectors. Also, there would be talent crunch as opportunity would be denied to skilled and meritorious candidates. As talent is unrecognized, efficiency of the workforce would naturally decrease, leading to uncompetitiveness in the global market. It would also lead to the spread of the son of soil movement to other states. Like currently, this law has been absorbed from similar laws in other states such as Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh. It may also raise legal issues as Article 19 provides for free movement across the country and to have a residence in any part of the country without any restrictions, barring the restrictions provided in the Constitution. Also, it would raise concern about Article 16.4, which is actually restricted to only public employment and not widened to private sector employment. And further, though the rationale behind the move is to increase employment in the state, paradoxically it would lead to the rise of unemployment as the investment would be going out of the state. So this can be asked in both GS1 and GS2. In GS1 it can be asked in society about the growing trends of jobs for locals, and in GS2 the effect of government policies. Let us move on to the next topic. The second topic is Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, or the UAPA. This is the news as the Tripura police has been widely criticized for booking over 100 people including journalists under the UAPA. So about this act, it was enacted in 1967 after the Naxalbari incident for effective prevention of terrorist activities in the country. Through the 2019 amendment, an individual can be designated as a terrorist apart from organizations. Also, it enhanced the powers of National Investigating Agency under the act. Under the UAPA, both Indian and foreign nationals can be charged, and the crimes are applicable outside India as well. The maximum penalty under the act include that of death penalty. But there have been serious concerns that have been raised against this act, and it has often been tagged as a draconian law similar to the sedition law. So this is because there is an ambiguous definition of a terrorist act which includes death, injuries to any person, and also damages to property. The bail provisions are very much overbearing, and it virtually denies bail to those booked under the act. Also, it gives unbridled powers to the central government, which undermines the concept of federalism. Also, the investigation agency can file a charge sheet in maximum 118 days, which is unlike the usual 90 days. Unlike the usually 90 days duration. Also, there are low rates of conviction, which makes this act very much ineffective. So in the light of significant judgment which was recently passed in the Twaha Fasal case, this topic can be asked in General Studies paper 2. It was once asked in 2019 after the amendment came in So in the light of recent events, it can again be asked. So let us move on to the next topic. So the next topic is Global Drug Policy Index. This is a first of its kind index released by Harm Reduction Consortium in association with various organizations and education institutions. So it analyzes the drug policies and their implementation in 30 countries across 75 indicators. So the main 5 dimensions are criminal justice, extreme responses, health and harm reduction, drug development, and access to internationally controlled medicines. So this is important given the fact that the pandemic has struck the whole world. And looking into the statistics, India is ranked 18th out of 30 countries, and the list is topped by Norway, and at the bottom lies Brazil. This is important only from the prelims point of view if and so asked. The last topic for today is Adi Shankara. The topic is in news as a 12-foot statue of Adi Shankaracharya has been unveiled at Kedarnath by the Prime Minister. So Shankaracharya was born at Kaladi in Kerala near Periyar River. He was a Shaivate and a disciple of Govinda Bhagavapada. He propounded the philosophy of Advaita Vedanta and was critical of the philosophies of Buddhism as well as other Indian philosophies such as Jainism. His major works include the following. These are given. And about Advaita Vedanta, it believes in absolute monism or radical non-dualism, which means identity of the self with the Brahman or pure consciousness. So the philosophy says that only permanence is real as opposed to Buddhism's change is real. In this aspect, we should know that unlike Advaita Vedanta, Dvaita Vedanta was propounded by Madhavacharya and Vishishta Advaita was propounded by Ramanujacharya. This is all for today. Thank you.